Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am the Motorcycle Rescuer and this is Motorcycle Rescuer. So yes, welcome back. I'll show you my new project today, but ultimately we're going to be working on this, me and John. Anyone who's not seen the new Motorcycle Rescuer key rings, I will put a picture up now. Actually, I'll put a picture up here. And if you'd like one, they're going to be £7.50 now, I think, because they cost a bit more to make these new ones. And that includes postage. So for £7.50 I'll post one to your door. They're quite cool, but here's my new bike. It's a lexmoto Adrenaline. Now these are good bikes, guys. You know, they're good bikes. They're kind of the closest things to a DT or WR, etc. you can get. They do what they're meant to do. They feel great. They ride great. As long as you keep the engine maintained, you use good oil. Very good bikes. Now this one is technically a runner rider, maybe, possibly. Potentially. Let's get some choke on. But it needs a lot of it needs a fair amount of cleaning up. So, absolute normal runner rider, no issues there. What's it need? It's just all a bit finicky, and like, look, broken end piece there. Now we can tape that and make it fine, but it's a bit of a shame. They're good, high quality levers. The plastics are all a bit crap. Now I don't know how you clean these plastics because they're not painted, are they? So the plastics are all a bit rough. The seat's a bit rough, but you can get new covers easily enough. A nice Lextech full stainless system top to bottom. That's great, it sounds amazing. Cable ties here and there. The front light is cable tied on. Not the end of the world, but not ideal either. So I'd like to get that a bit more, you know, a bit better. We've got some scratches here and there. Again, kind of down here. Some of that might clean off with just you know, actual cleaning. The wheels need a lot of cleaning. I don't know if they're metal or paint or what's under there. It looks, or are they gold? It might be gold, not sure. So actually overall great stunning bike, runs and rides, I think. I haven't put it into gear, but lots of cleaning up. This panel here is black, this panel here is white, and it's not in the best condition. It's cable tied, so it probably needs 2 new panels there. This is paint, so this will clean up with some compound, I'm sure. Again, you've got all these plastics and I don't know how you clean them. So it needs bits and pieces. These wind me up. Look, you've got one indicator there that works and one down there that you can see. Look there. That's bloody annoying, that is. Whoever did that, not cool. I might just kind of work out how to even it up. So that's it. I'm going to kind of get that neatened up. Now, I have a potential buyer for this already, which is cool. Right, back to this. There's no spark at all, no matter what we try. We think the stator's gone. Stator potentially has gone, and the wiring. I've bought all of it. I've bought a new stator, new regulator, new CDI, etc. to basically give it all one shot. They're all fairly cheap. All of that come in less than 75 quid. So it's well worth doing, especially for a bike where you've put a new top end on. So I'm going to pop this off. I'll show you kind of roughly how you do it. It's these 4 bolts first. They're 8mm, and you take the fan off. And then what you'll find is that you need a specialist tool to pull a variator bell housing off. You need a specialist tool. I should have it here because I've done a few of them. And if I do have it here, we'll pop that off and we'll have a look at the stator. Now don't get me wrong, there may not be anything obvious as to why it's not working, but you chuck the new one in, kick it over, see if you've got spark back. So let's get this off and see what we're looking at. So I've blitzed my nut off, guys, using a torque gun. Now we need to get the specialist tool that screws into there and becomes a pulling tool. Now lots of you out there who are trying to do this job will consider, as I have in the past, another way of doing it. You can't. It can't be pried off. It's a magnetic force. It's too strong. It can't be pulled off. You can't lever it off. You have to buy the tool. It's about £7 and a 3 days wait. They are all different sizes, but I think I have a selection. My hope is that one fits. So I'll go and find something and see how we're looking. Hopefully I've got one that fits. Otherwise I'll order and wait 3 days. So here you go, guys, that's the pulling tool. So you screw it in there like you can see. Get it in as far as you can. You don't want to risk popping the threads on this. Get it in as far as you can. You've got to put this out, pull this out to get this in, yeah? And then you'll hold a spanner on that bit there and you'll wrench this bit and basically it will pop itself off. Now my stand's broke so I can't film this, but it's very straightforward. You're holding this bit with a spanner, you're turning this bit to the right and that will just slowly pull off. Let's have a look. So there you go, guys. Look, it's still set up. That came off. Make sure the housing is good. That will be cleaned before it goes back in. And funny enough, we may have found our issue there, guys. See that? That's a big rip. That will at least stop it charging. Potentially, that's what's stopped it working altogether. My guess is something fell into the housing at some point and it was spinning around with it and it's ripped it apart. So that's what we're looking at there. Interesting. These two 8s, pop them off. This will come straight out and then you just have to think about the wiring. Same 8s here to pop out the pulsar. And then you'll have the wiring up here somewhere and you'll have them both in your hands. I like to get it all put back together quite quickly so it's all good to go. So I'm not messing around. This is coming off, up to the wiring, new one's going on, button it up, clean out the bell housing, push it all back on so that we're kind of back to where we should be. Okay guys, so the housing's cleaned, you can see that there, and also I've cleaned out this housing because if there's a little piece of something flying around you're going to have the same issue. That's almost definitely the issue there. I mean, it doesn't look great there either. In fact, there's bits hanging off. It would have just ruined the whole thing, I'm sure. It doesn't look right to me. It can't be right. So, I'll chuck on the new one. We'll plug it in. We'll kick it over. You don't even need to put on the fan or anything at this stage, guys. You literally turn it on, kick it over, see if you've got spark. If you've got spark, you piece it all back together and you know you're back to where you should be. Let's just hope that it's the right stator that comes out of this packaging. So guys, after putting it on, I have noticed that it's a different stator. It still says it's for the same bike, so it might be some sort of upgrade, but currently it's a different stator. Not the end of the world, we can order a new one, we've got all the tools to do it, but I am going to kick it over and check anyway, see if we've got spark, because that's what we're looking for. You never know, it might just do it. Yeah, right, so I'm going to do that. Again, I've got no stand, so I can't film it. But I'll know in a second or two if we've got any spark. If we have, we chuck everything back together. You could run it for a few minutes like this if you wanted, even without the top on. But, you know, you'd be silly. What you could do is get it started for a few seconds, then shut it off, then put it all back together. I think we need to redo the valves at some point. Make sure that they're all good. But I mean, let's check if we've got spark. That's the main thing. So guys, the wiring is different as well. I messed up here, it was my fault. Well, I mean, you could always send it back, but I messed up here. I'm going to pop this out, repackage it, not necessarily send it back, I'll throw it on the shelf, but it's the wrong stator. I think we've probably confirmed that stator's the issue, which is good. But currently, this one's not great. Now, I'm sure I could cut all the wires and wire up. It's just 3 on 3 there. They're all the same normally, and then you've got these two which throw the spark, which I'll see when John gets back if he wants to attempt that. The main thing is this green one here and this blue one here. I assume the green goes to black and the blue goes to white. Wire them up and you might get spark. This deals with the battery charge. This deals with the spark. The other thing you can do is you can put a meter across here and kick it over a bit and see if it's throwing anything. So I think I'm going to wait for John at this stage. I'm actually going to pull out our CBF project because we haven't had a good look at it yet. It's in a bit of a state of disrepair, but the main thing it didn't have is the CDI. Somehow the CDI is gone. Very frustrating that. The guy we bought it off said he couldn't get spark, but this big massive thing here would tell you why. If of course we just get spark, we just connect up the new CDI that I've ordered and we get spark, or if this thing by some sort of miracle started up, then the project's easy. It's all about cleaning up and street fighting it and getting it back together. That's easy, that part, but we do need to have the basis of an engine first. So let me pull this out. I'm going to put that aside for now and we'll have a little look at this. So looking at this CBF, I've put the new CDI on. That's good. There's so many issues with this bike though, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, it will be fine, but it's so busy. It's been wired. I didn't realise that. It's probably stolen, recovered, or just stolen. It's not, we've got a logbook, but and then I've taken the battery and put it on charge for now. I might hook it up to my new Lex over there to get some sort of, to see if we've got spark, to see if we can get it up and fired. I've checked all the fuses, they're all live, but with its own battery it didn't do anything. I can't open the tank, so I can't look for fuel, but I think we're going to have to buy a new lock set, so I may have to bust that lock open. Obviously we need a new ignition set anyway, new tank, and then sometimes there's one down here for the seats. Is there? Yeah, in here. So I mean, if that's this key then it won't matter too much. We can have two keys. Yeah. So I don't know if it was meant to have a second key for the tank here, but this one, oh, hey, a bit of WD-40 saves the day. Wow. Any fuel in there? Yeah. Smells fresh as well. Okay. Got lucky there, guys. Right, so what's next? I'm going to connect it up to that battery over there. And, oh, look at the clutch. Seen better days. And we'll see if we can get any kind of power from this at all. If we were so lucky, this would fire up. But, very little chance. Okay, guys, so all we need to see now is if we can get any power through to this bike. We just want to see something, a neutral light, something, or hear a horn, you know? Because at the moment, with the old battery, nothing at all. And these aren't kickstart bikes, so that's all. So, if I might be able to do this one-handed. Let's see if we get any lights on the dash. Did I just blow something? Oh. Ooh. John, is there a choke? No. Is it automatic? Should we press the button? Let me fire this bike up so that we're all charging, and let's give it I didn't check, but it's got the CDI on. 1 minute, let me wire it up.